Sharanagati has. Okay, so this is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Martyo Yada, and this verse is very central to the concept behind Shishi Prapana Jivanamrita. Martyo Yada Tyakta Samasta Karma Niveditatma Vichikirshito Me Tadamritatvam Pratipadyamano Mayatma Bhuyaya Chakalpate Vaya. Krishna says to Uddhava, when a mortal being completely abandons all mundane endeavors, surrenders themselves unto me, and acts according to my desires, they obtain immortality and become fit to associate with me. So this is describing a three-step process. First, to give up your mundane activity. And what that means is not that we will necessarily physically give up our activity, duties in the world, but that our standpoint, our center of interest will change. We will give up selfish endeavor. That is really what mundane means. That is really what material means selfishness. So to give up the self-centered standpoint, to stop seeing and reciprocating with our environment in that mood, in that spirit, but to see according to the central interest, to calculate according to the higher interest. So this is step number one, to give up that self-centeredness, that viewpoint, that egocentric standpoint. To give that up, this is the first step. And then to offer oneself to be used, to be utilized according to the higher will. To leave behind the negative, to offer oneself to the positive side, and then, practically speaking, vichikirshito me, to eagerly act according to the will of the Lord, to practically dedicate oneself, kai man vak, mentally, bodily, verbally, we will act, we will offer ourselves. Then what will be the result of that? They obtain Amrita. And Amrita has double meaning, of course, nectar and also immortality. So this subtitle is there for Shishi Prapana Jivanamritam. Positive and progressive immortality. How do you say that in Spanish? Do you remember? Positive and progressive immortality.
Positiva, inmortalidad. Positivo y progresivo.
Positivo y progresivo.
Inmortalidad.
Immortalidad. Okay, very nice. So, only the surrendered souls, they can really live in the dynamic plane, the eternal dynamic plane of dedication. Here, immortality has some meaning in connection with the positive side of dedication. So this one verse, like everything is there. This like encapsulates our whole practicing life and our aspiration to give up our life of selfishness, and to act according to the universal interest, which is synonymous with the Lord's interest. Then we can taste nectar, then we can achieve immortality. Okay, then the next verse is citation from Bhagavatam. Yes. Yesham Saiva Bhagavan Daya Yedananta Sarvat Manashitapado Yadi Nirvyalikam Te Dustaram Ati Taranti Chadeva Mayam Naisham Mamahamitidi Sra Shrigala Bhakshe. If one wholeheartedly takes shelter of the feet of the infinite Supreme Lord, the Lord bestows His true mercy upon them, and they thereby transcend His insurmountable Maya. The Lord does not bestow His mercy upon those who ascribe the conceptions of I and mine to the material body, which is nothing more than food for jackals and dogs. Ka panditas tvadaparam sharanam samiyad Bhakta priyadrita gira suhrida kritagyat sarvanda dati suhrido bhajato bikamam atmanam apyupa chaya pachayo nayasya. O Lord, you are the truthful, grateful, and affectionate friend of your devotees. What learned person would ever take shelter of anyone but you? You fulfill all the desires of your friends who serve you. You even give your very self to them, and yet you are neither augmented nor diminished thereby. So this is spoken to the Lord. Very beautiful. O Lord, and in Sanskrit it is more powerful because you can translation, some things get lost in translation, but in Sanskrit it begins ka panditas, means where is that pandit, where is that learned person who would surrender to anybody other than you? Where will you find any learned person who would not go to you for shelter? O Lord, you are the truthful, grateful, and affectionate friend of your devotees. What learned person would ever take shelter of anyone but you? You fulfill all the desires of your friends who serve you. You even give your very self to them, and yet you are neither augmented nor diminished thereby. And the next verse, you can guess what the next verse is. Mahaprabhu ki jai. Aho Bhakiyam Sanakala Kutam. You know this verse, Mahamanchaku?
I forgot it.
But you recognize it?
Yeah.
Okay. Aho Bhakiyam Sanakala Kutam. Digham Saya Payayad Apyasadvi. Lebe Gatim Dachu Chitam Tatonyam. Kam va dayalam sharanam varjema. You remember now?
Yeah.
Kam va dayalam sharanam. What does it say? In Spanish. She could not understand.
Oh, she speaks English.
Well, she said a little bit.
No.
She's being humble.
She can.
Okay, then English.
Something like in Spanish. Or English, you can understand.
She's going to learn English.
It's something like, in whom should I take shelter? But Krishna, that even when Putana tried to breastfeed him with poison, he delivered her, even in the position of like intimate service or mother.
¿Entiendes? Kam va doyalam sharanam varjema. To whom else should we go for shelter? What more merciful shelter will you find than Krishna? That Putana, she came to kill Krishna, but Krishna is so merciful, he gave her a position as a nursemaid. So who is more merciful than Krishna? Who will you go to other than Krishna? You cannot find anybody more merciful. than him.
¿Sí? ¿Qué han sido sí, que tomó la posición de hermana, aunque ella tenía otra intención. Sí.
Kim dora padanam tesham pum samudama chetasam yer ashitas tirta padash chadano yasanatyayo. The feet of the Supreme Lord destroy all material attachment. What remains unobtainable for even persons of agitated mind who surrender unto them? Naham atmanam mashashe madbhaktai sarubir vina shriyam chatyanti kim brahmam yesham gatir aham para. And this is one of Lord Narayan's one of the things he says to Durvasa Muni when Durvasa Muni makes offense to Ambarish Maharaj, and then the Sudarshan Chakra is chasing him all over the universe. Then finally, and Durvasa Muni, first he goes to Lord Shiva, and then, first he goes to Lord Brahma, then he goes to Lord Shiva, and then finally he goes to Lord Narayan. And Narayan says, I can't do anything, I'm helpless. and then there's some very beautiful verses there in Prapana Jivanamrita, where Lord Narayan, he is glorifying his devotees, saying how, he's like sold to his devotees. Aham bhakta paradino hyasvatancha iva dvija sarubir bhakta hridayo bhakter bhakta janapriya. That the sadhus, they have grashta hridayo, they have captured my heart. It is as if I have no independence. I am their property. There's a very nice quote of Srila Saraswati Thakur where he says, Krishna is the personal property of his devotees. Krishna is the personal property of his devotees. So this is another verse from that section. O Brahman, without my devotees, those sadhus for whom I am the only shelter, I desire neither the bliss of my own nature nor my 6 eternal opulences. So like he's saying really, like those things that make me God, I don't care about them. I don't want to be God without the love of my devotees. Samashitaye padapalavaplavam mahatparam punya yasho mardare bhavam budirvatsa param 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 yad viparam natesham. For those who have taken shelter or refuge, for those who have taken refuge in the shelter of the great souls, the boat of the lotus feet of Sri Murari, who is renowned as purity personified, the ocean of material existence becomes as insignificant as the water contained in a calf's hoofprint. For those who have taken refuge in the shelter of the great souls, the boat of the lotus feet of Sri Murari, who is renowned as purity personified, the ocean of material existence becomes as insignificant as the water contained in a calf's hoofprint. Their destination is the supreme abode, never this world where there is danger at every step. Param param yad viparam natesham. The sound is very nice because vipada means like danger and padam means feet, of course. So there's this like beautiful, I don't remember, do you call that alliteration in English? I don't remember. But this sound is there. Padam padam yad viparam natesham. Danger at every step. That is the nature of this world. Chiram iha vijinartas tapyamano nutaper avichishashad amicho labda shanti katanchit Sharana da samupetas tvat padabjam paratmam abhayam ritam ashokam pahi mapanam isha. O Supreme Soul, for so long in this world I have been tormented by sin, burned by remorse, and constantly harassed by my 6 insatiable enemies. I have never obtained peace. O bestower of shelter, this is the name the Lord is, he is addressed with, Sharanada, Sharanda. You understand that, right? The giver of Sharan, the giver of shelter. He is referring to the Lord in this way, he who is the giver of shelter. O bestower of shelter, somehow I have come before your lotus feet, which are the abode of fearlessness, sorrowlessness, and immortality. And this is, we see in different places, these 3 characteristics, they are sometimes used to describe the nature of the divine world of dedication. And also in Atmani Vedan, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song, Ashoka Aboy, Amrita Adar. No. Ashok, there is no lamentation, Aboy, there is no fear, and immortality, positive immortality. O Lord, exactly the opposite of this world. We are always afraid. Why are we afraid? Because we're always absorbed in separate interests. Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Bhagavatam explains, how does that verse go? That the origin of fear is separate interest. To perceive an interest other than the Lord's, that is the root of fear. I can't remember that, the beginning of that verse now. I can't remember. Here it is. Bhayam dvitya biniveshata syad. Boy, dvitya abhinivesh. To be absorbed in something dvitya, second, means something other than Krishna, in a second interest. Fear arises from that. So that is why we're always fearful, because we are many units of separate interest, and we're always feeling threatened that somebody is not going to, go along with our interest, which is inevitable. So we're always feeling threatened. Someone is going to trespass on our interest. And so we're, trying to establish ourselves and putting up walls and guarding our interest and barking sometimes. So we're always afraid. But when we embrace the universal interest and we perceive that the Lord is behind everything and my interest is synonymous with His interest and He's taking care of everything, then we're not afraid anymore. There is no need to be fearful. The Lord is there. It is not that we are being neglected or forgotten, but the Lord is there. Then one lives in complete fearlessness. And ashok, lamentation. That this word Sudra, referring to the lowest class in the Varnashram system, it is the root of that word. It's connected to this word shok, lamentation. And why is that so? It is said because their nature is to always be concerned with material things, to be concerned with matter. And matter, you cannot rely on matter. Matter is always getting old and falling apart and breaking or disappearing or getting wrinkles or getting stolen, so you're always lamenting, your new phone breaks, your new car gets stolen, and so on and so forth, you don't have enough money, so on and so forth. So you're always in lamentation because we're caught up with matter, with the matter of this world. So that is, so like also in that verse, Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma na shochati na kankshati, that one who is Brahma Bhuta, one who has realized themselves as soul, as spirit, na shochati, they do not lament, because they know they are spirit, they don't need matter. There's no necessity for them to depend on matter. So they do not lament. There's no necessity. I'm a spirit soul. What comes, it goes. And what goes, it will come. It's the nature of this world. There's no need to lament. So there is no lamentation also in that world. And Amrita, one will taste nectar, because Krishna, he is nectar personified. Okay. Tanme bhavan kalu rita patir angajayam admarpitas chabhavato chavibo videhi ma vira bhagam abhimarshatu chaidya adad gomayu van mrigapater balam ambujaksha. Now this is Rukmini Devi's prayer to Krishna, and this is also included in Prapana Jivanamrita. When Rukmini's brother Rukmi wants to marry her to Shishupal, and actually she has not met Krishna. She hasn't met Krishna, but she's only heard about Krishna. She's heard descriptions of Krishna, and she's fallen in love with him like that, only through hearing. Just through hearing about him, she has fallen in love with him. So she sent him a letter praying, please come and protect me. Please take me before this jackal. You are the lion, and I am like the deer. I belong to you. I don't want this jackal to come and take me. You are my only shelter. This is the point. I don't want anyone else to be my shelter. You are my shelter. O lotus-eyed Lord, I have chosen you as my husband and offered myself unto you. Therefore, O Almighty One, please come and take me as your wife before Shishupal, like a jackal plundering a lion's prey, suddenly touches me. I am to be enjoyed by you alone. So those are all verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, which Srila Gurudev is citing in his introduction. Now, there's some verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Can anyone guess what the first verse is about Sharanagati? You can guess. It's the most famous verse of Bhagavad Gita. Saraswati Ji. Yes. Yeah. Tvam. Mashucha. Yes. Exactly. This is the first verse. Sarva dharmam prityaja mam ekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshaya shami ma shucha. Mam ekam, exclusively to me. Abandon all forms of religion and surrender exclusively unto me. I will liberate you from all sin. Do not despair. Tam eva sharanam gacha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. This verse, there's a recording of Srila Sridhar Maharaj. He's like singing this verse actually. It's very sweet. Tam eva sharanam gacha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasada param shantim stanam prapsyasi shashvatam. O Arjuna, surrender unto the Lord in all respects. Sarva bhavena, I would translate that as wholeheartedly, like completely surrender. Every aspect of yourself, surrender unto Him. Tat prasada param shantim. By His grace, you will attain the highest type of peace. And stanam prapsyasi shashvatam, and His eternal abode. Daivi hiesha gunamayi mamamaya duratjaya mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti te. My alluring trimodal Maya is insurmountable. It's impossible to overcome Maya. Only those who surrender unto me can transcend Maya. Because Maya has a boss. So you go to the boss of Maya. And this verse which we were mentioning before, that it mentions very nicely there, Tasya Maya, Tan Maya, His Maya. Mayam Jitya Biniveshatasya Isharapitasya Viparyo Smriti Tan Mayayato. His Maya. So she belongs to someone. So if you go to that person, then, and he accepts you, then everything else is included with that. And also, it's not that she enjoys like controlling so many people. It's just, like she enjoys giving everyone a hard time and bewildering them. Not like she gets some like thrill out of it, some sadistic thrill. It is not like that. But it is a regulatory measure, you could say, to keep things a little bit in check, to keep some organized system running for the deviants, basically. Because it's the prison house, the abnormal souls, the ones who are not fit to run free with the general populace, because they're too selfish-minded, because they're acting too much in the interest of their own self. So they can't be trusted. So somebody has to like kind of manage them. There has to be some check, some restriction put on them. But if she sees you don't want to act for your own interest anymore, you want to act for the higher interest, then she's happy to let you free. Her Durga, that phrase is used. Durga, who has a Durga, a prison, she will free you. Durga will free you from her Durga, her prison. If she sees you are a reformed criminal. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlabha. After many births, an enlightened soul surrenders unto me, realizing Vasudeva is everything. Such a great soul is extremely rare. And now there's some quotations from the Vishnu Purana. Shmrite sakala kalyana bhajanam yatra jayate purushashtam ajam nityam rajami sharanam harim. Upon remembering Sri Hari, the jiva becomes a recipient of all auspiciousness. I take shelter of Him, the unborn, eternal, supreme Lord. Oh, that was just one verse from the Vishnu Purana. And now we have from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Prapyapi durlabhataram manusham vibhudepsitam yer ashito na govindas ter atma vanchitas chiram. Those who obtain a human birth, which is extremely rare and desired by even the demigods, but do not take shelter of Govinda, deceive themselves perpetually. And now from the Brihanaradiya Purana. Samsadesvin mahagore moha nija samakule ye harim sharanam yanti te kritartana samshaya. Within this ghastly material world which is engulfed in ignorance and sleep, those who surrender unto the Supreme Lord are successful in all endeavors. Of this there is no doubt. Paramartam ashishasya jagatam adikaranam sharanyam sharanam yato govindam navasidati. Govinda is the origin of all the universes, the supreme truth and the ultimate shelter. One who surrenders unto him never falls down. And now from the Padma Purana, Ahankritir makaras yan nakaras tan nishedaka tasmat tu namasa ketri swatantriyam pratishidyate bhagavat pada tantro so tada yatatma jivana tasmat swa samartya vidim chajat sarvam asheshata. Oh, this verse is very nice. This is also in Prapana Jivanamrita. In the word namaha, obeisance, the syllable ma indicates the self-asserting ego, ahankar, literally I am the doer, and the syllable na indicates its prevention. So the ma is the self-assertion, like I am. No, I am the doer, and the na is like negating that. So it is negating that egocentric consciousness. Thus, the act of offering obeisance, na maha, nullifies the offerer's independence. The jiva is by nature subordinate to the Supreme Lord. Their innate function is servitude to Him. Therefore, all actions performed with the conception, I am the doer, should be utterly abandoned. In the Narasimha Purana, Tvam prapanosmi sharanam deva devam janardanam iti ya sharanam praptas tam kleshad udaram yaham. I deliver from all suffering one who takes shelter of me, declaring, O Supreme Refuge, O Lord of Lords, O Janardan, I am surrendered unto you. Sarva chara vivarjita shata diyo ratya jagad vanchaka dambahang kritipana paishuna para papantya janishtara ye chanye danadara pucha nirata sarva damas te pihi Shri Govinda padara vinda sharana mukta bhavanti dvija. O twice-born, persons who are devoid of all virtuous practices, deceitful, uncultured, fraudulent, arrogant, egotistical, addicted to intoxicants, sinful, malicious, cruel-natured, grossly infatuated with son, wife, wealth, and so forth, even such extremely fallen persons are liberated by surrendering unto the lotus feet of Sri Govinda. What time is it? Okay, we'll just read one more verse. This is from the Ramayana. This is a very famous verse. Sakrid eva prapano yastavasmiti chayachate abhayam sarvada tasmai didam yetad vratam mama. And this verse, this is spoken by Lord Ramchandra when, they're getting ready to go to Lanka to attack Ravan's group in the city there and to bring back Sita Devi. And so while they're they're like camping out on the ocean shore before they built the bridge, then Vibhishan Ravan's brother, he comes there to take shelter of Lord Ramchandra. And Vibhishan, of course, even though his brother is a great demon, Vibhishan, he's actually a devotee. And so he comes to like join Ramchandra to take his shelter. And so he comes, and some guards, they go to inform Ramchandra, oh, Vibhishan has come and he wants to see you, he wants to join your party. And then Ramchandra is sitting with some of his main associates, and he asks them, what do you think? Or what is your opinion? What should we do about this? And some of them, understandably, they're very suspicious. They like especially Lakshman, he's very suspicious. We don't know if we can trust him. He's probably a spy. He's coming like pretending to be our friend, but actually he's going to cause trouble for us. And so there's some discussion going on, and Ramchandra's response is very, very noble, very beautiful. And he says, in this verse, he makes this promise that if somebody comes to me and even one time, they ask me for shelter, then it is my promise, I will give that to them forever. And he says, even if they are coming with some bad intention, that is my duty, Even if I know they're coming with a bad intention, if they're asking for shelter, I have to give that to them. Ramchandra proclaims, anyone who even once sincerely surrenders unto me, declaring, I am yours, and prays for fearlessness, it is my vow that I will always grant that to them. And in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songs, there's one song where in the song, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says, it is your promise. He's speaking to the Lord, and he says, Lord, it is your promise that you will protect your one who surrenders unto you. You will protect them from illusion. And then in Srila Sridhar Maharaj's commentary, his Laghu Chandrika Bhasya, he cites this verse, as this is the evidence of that. So then that tells us, what does Ramchandra mean here? What does it mean to really get the shelter of the Lord? What does it mean to really have fearlessness? To be free from illusion. To be blessed with proper conception, proper understanding. That is real mercy. That is real grace. Having shelter doesn't mean having a good job and a good house and a good car. But to have proper conception of things, to have proper understanding, proper sambandha gyan, proper understanding of ourselves, of the environment, of what our duty is. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshor Militanjena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So that is coming to us through Gurudev. Gurudev is giving us that proper vision. We were in darkness, or we are in darkness, but Gurudev, he is shining some light, trying to give us proper conception of things. And as that proper conception develops within us, if we are sincere, we will adjust ourselves more and more in sync with that divine flow. Okay, I think it's a good place to stop for today. Maybe we'll finish. Tomorrow's Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Sharanagati ki jai, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Any last comments or anything? Very happy to have Radharani with us.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you here with us. Her mother was saying, I said my jewel. Please take care.
We can see she's a jewel.
She's jet lagged.
Yes, yes.
She had a long trip.
Yes. Yes. She must be. Didi, you want to sing? You didn't sing yet.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishnaya Nama
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopa Govindaram Sri Madhusudana Hari Hari Jai.
Bhakti Malachari Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Suna Govinda Deva Goswami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Kakashri Deva Goswami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki.
Jai.
Sri Rupa Guru Varga ki.
Jai.
Acharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Koti Vaishnava ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Devi Tulasi Devi ki.
Jai.